Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Grand Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
At Planet Fitness, we're getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now and your first month is free. Whether you're chasing a buzzer beater or your everyday goals, we've got next level amenities like red light recovery and hydro massage to help you rebound and recover. Plus, with the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and access over 2,800 locations. Join now for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, March 13th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Good news, LES customers. Even though their lobby at 2620 Fairfield Street closes July 31st, they've still got plenty of convenient ways to support you. Find your best options at les.com.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Nutrition Authority presents Fusion 30, an ultra premium protein ideal for anyone wanting to look, feel, and perform their best. Fusion 30 can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today for a free sample, visit with a certified nutritionist, and get better than internet pricing. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert. Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good. It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome to this March 2nd, new month, new week, new results. 1040 O Street, folks. Hopefully your Monday is off to a great start. The weather here in the capital city, and hopefully you survived the earthquake yesterday that took place in several parts of the state. We'll talk about that as well. 34 degrees is what it feels like downtown Lincoln, but it feels like 26, it says, high of 47. Tomorrow, high of 50. Wednesday, 55. Thursday, 66. Friday, 70% chance of thunderstorms, but a high of 76. So Nebraska weather doing its thing as usual, Swim.
There you go. Good morning, AD.
Swim, good morning to you, my man. There's a little yawn there. You've been up. You've been rolling the past 48 hours, bro.
Yeah, something that's on my mind quite a bit this week is going to be sleep with state. So I gotta make sure I get to bed at a decent time tonight, get up covering for Jake and stuff in the morning and stuff. So we'll be good though. We'll be locked in. We're
Be
just
ready
fine.
to roll.
Yep.
Be ready to roll. It's so you've had an interesting weekend. We'll talk about that. We've got a lot to discuss today on today's show. There's a lot going on in the sports world. And you know what? If you get tired of work today, you know what? Just walk out. That's what USC's Mazzara did.
I was just saying, what are we encouraging? We're going to get 3 calls tomorrow morning on the show. Say, hey, I run a very important firm here in Lincoln, and 3 employees said to call AD because they walked out. So,
Swim, we're going to discuss that some more. That was the weirdest thing. You had literally bird's eye view of it firsthand. USC's I can't say all sensation, but he was one of their top guys. Just decided, I'm done. Set with the stands, and the coach said, yeah, you're really done. Let him go. He's no longer a USC Trojan. We'll get into that. Women's softball pieced up there in OK City. The game yesterday was canceled because of weather. We'll dive into that as well. Men's baseball was into the spirit of giving this past weekend. We'll break that down as well. Men's basketball takes care of business. The game that Swim was out to take care of business against USC. The women put a beat down on Rutgers as well. We'll discuss that. NFL Combine was in full effect. And, man, there was some 40-yard dash time, Swim, that just make you scratch your head. By the time you look down, they were already done.
Yeah.
As far as that goes.
How about Notre Dame's Jeremiah Love?
I knew you were going to bring that up. You said Love like you love Jeremiah.
4.36.
Dude, that was ridiculous. He looked like he was even running.
Yeah, that's all right.
You think you got speed? Like, could you run a 4.36?
No.
I could. But then I would still have 10 meters to go, 10 yards to go still.
I don't know. How far would I get in 4.36 seconds? Maybe 20 yards?
Those guys are ridiculous. What about the tight end? Forget where he was from. I have to pull up my notes. He just ran a freakish time as well. From Oregon, the freakish tight end from Oregon. I can't think of his last name right now. I'll pull that up. But we'll dive into that as well. So I want to get to kind of how it was for you out in LA when you, like I said, the flight out, the flight there. Just kind of, we'll talk about the game, of course, later, but just the overall LA experience.
AD,
your first time out there.
Flying out of Lincoln's awesome. It's great. I flew into Denver, no issues, and flew out of Denver, and it was even no issues on the way out as well. So what was even greater is the fact of on the way back, how about nobody sat next to me on both flights?
Really?
I had open seats next to me on both flights. You can't. And so on the flight back, it left at 5:05 in the morning in LA time. We were talking about this beforehand. It's just crazy. I landed, 5:05 LA time, which essentially is 7:05, Lincoln time. And I was back in Lincoln by 11:48 is when I landed, I think, yesterday. It's crazy. You can be so far away and get back in so quick a time. And stuff. Flights were smooth as can be. I was talking to the captain, so I had to wait for TSA to open up at LAX yesterday morning.
You're there early, but you have to do that.
Yeah, so I was there at like 3:45 LA time because I had to return the rental car and stuff. And so I roll up into TSA pre-check. I stand in the line, and the captain, a pilot, comes over, and he's like, "Well, I wonder when TSA is going to open up." He said, "We got people that are boarding at 4:15 a.m." And I was like, "Oh, well," I was like, "Is it the Denver flying?" He's like, "Yep." And he goes, "Well, I'm flying." And I said, "Well, I just figured, if I'm on this side, they can't leave." And I said, "But now I feel great because if you're on this side, they surely can't leave." And he laughed and he goes, "Well, we're flying a brand new plane today." And so the plane was brand spanking new.
Really?
Those TVs on the back of each seat were incredible.
And the Wi-Fi worked.
The Wi-Fi was great. Yeah. So I was mad. I used some of my miles to pay for Wi-Fi on the flight back from LA to Denver yesterday, and didn't use it a single moment because I fell asleep from start to finish. Last thing I remember is us taking off towards the Pacific Ocean. And we started turning left. Mm-hmm. I closed the shade and I passed out. The first thing I remember is waking up and I saw 11 minutes until you land in Denver. I thought, this is incredible.
You needed a good nap.
Yeah, great nap.
Swim, you when you flew in, did you see SoFi when you were just?
I saw SoFi.
Right?
I saw SoFi when I was driving because the traffic. You hear all about the traffic. I didn't think the traffic was that bad unless you were going to downtown LA.
And you were on a weekend too.
On a weekend. But when I landed, it was 6 p.m. on a Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the traffic going into downtown LA was not great. I think it took me 50 minutes to get from LA to my hotel.
Which is how many miles?
I think it was 17 or 18 miles. Yeah, right. All on a free. It was all on a freeway too.
Right.
But anyway, like the next morning, it took me less than 15 minutes to get to Santa Monica.
Yeah.
From my hotel the next morning. But anyway, it was funny because I'm like, man, what is that structure over there on the left side as I'm driving on the freeway? And sure enough, I like scrolled over because I was going bumper to bumper, So you're going 5 miles an hour on the freeway. You scroll over on the little screen on the tablet that's on my car.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it's SoFi. So
off to your right or
it was,
off to your right?
It was off to my left as I was driving
You're going back
towards downtown.
Downtown and back to the south.
Yeah.
Speaking of SoFi, before we get back into your ventures there's been some comparison analysis going on with what the Bears are doing and what the owners, what they did at SoFi. SoFi's owners took care of that stadium build.
Yeah.
Now, there was some road infrastructure that was done that obviously that they were taxed on, but that was for everybody to use, not just, so there was minimal charges and minimal stress on the LA citizens there because the owners we're the billionaires, we should fund this.
Yeah.
You've even heard people in the past couple of days saying Chicago to the ownership, if you can't afford it, then sell it.
Yeah.
Because we shouldn't be getting taxed, and building you're a billionaire and taxing us to build your house basically. So that's still going to be interesting there. So when you got there, tell us the day. So you got there obviously Friday night.
Yeah, I got there Friday afternoon.
What were the plans? What'd you do?
I had zero plans. I met up with, I checked into the hotel. I said the story on early break. I got a parking ticket on Friday.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got a parking ticket.
At the hotel?
At the hotel. So
you were parked in the street then?
I was parked on the street.
Okay.
Because I rolled up and I was like, sweet. I'm like, I got a street spot. Like, this is awesome. I don't have to park across the street for $30. Well, it was $30 for overnight parking, which is fine. Whatever.
I'm saying the ticket.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. So I got to my hotel at, shortly after 7:15 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm going to be here 10 minutes. I'm checking in. I'm going to change clothes. And then I was meeting up with another media member. We were going to go and catch up at dinner because he had just gotten in a couple hours before I did. And so I was like, cool, I'm going to go meet Justin. I was like, I'm going to go meet Justin. I'll be moving my car in 15 minutes. Like, I just need to check in. Sure enough, I come out underneath the wiper. There's the parking ticket envelope. I thought, are you serious? I was like, I was there for less. It was literally less than 15 minutes. I just missed. Got him a bad time. $73.
Oh, shit.
Yep, parking ticket. Gotta love it. I was so disappointed. I was frustrated. And then
do not play in LA.
No,
man.
and then you drive around and like all the parking lots, across. So I was pretty close to Crypto and stuff. Like all the parking lots across from Crypto, it's like $40 for parking. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, man.
LA is no joke, man. They will tax you. I've been there, so that's why I know that pain. And you're just like, are you freaking kidding me?
And the meters, you couldn't park there without paying from 8 to 8. They're monitored from 8 to 8. And so, I mean, I could have just, in hindsight, should I have just paid for like an hour? Sure. Right. But like,
you didn't think you'd be there that long.
I was going to be there less than 15 minutes before I moved my car. So I was like, I'm good. I can just roll on up.
IQ crew, real quick. Good morning to you, brother. Yes, tomorrow we are definitely going to do a preview for the girls' state tournament. That starts on Thursday. We'll actually do that either Tuesday or Wednesday. But we're definitely going to preview the girls' state. There's some great teams in there.
Well, it starts Wednesday.
Wednesday. So we'll do that tomorrow.
We'll preview it tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday. Yep.
Yeah, there's prep. My afternoon today and tomorrow will consist of prep for the first 12 games that I know the matchups for.
Sanderson, good to see you, brother. On the text line, Swim, how do you not get on Bill for standing in a line for 45 minutes for fish? I'm not sure where he's going.
Oh, because Bill went to a fish fry Friday.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Standing in line 45 minutes for fish is bad. But
if
it's
a church-related
good
event?
Yep.
Yeah, I get that.
So,
Sanderson, I hope you're doing great, brother. It's good to see your name pop up there, my man. Hope you're doing great. So Swim, so that takes care of Friday night. Did you have good food? Where'd you guys go to eat at?
I was pissed about the parking ticket. So I ended up walking to, well, first off, I left the parking ticket on.
I can see you just walking down the boulevard in LA just mad.
Yeah. Yeah. So I walked, I probably shouldn't have, because downtown LA is no joke.
You got to watch your back.
Yeah, downtown LA is no joke.
Watch your back. Everybody's running game on something.
I had about a mile walk to the guy's hotel, to Justin's hotel, and I was like, all right, I'm going to stop at this taco stand.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm walking, and it's dicey. It was kind of funny. I was walking, and playing out of my phone on speaker was the Husker baseball game. I was just listening to the Husker baseball game on the radio as I was walking. But anyway, yeah, I stopped at a taco stand for $7.95. I got the best chicken burrito I think I could have ever asked for.
Food is good, man.
So
food is good.
Got that, and then went to the rooftop, and that was it. So
did you listen to the advice that I sent you that me and DF and
yes,
Jay Foreman,
yes,
this, according to Cube?
Yep.
How to survive in South Central. Can't say the rest.
You cannot say the rest.
Did you listen to it while you were walking in LA?
I surely did not.
The wisdom of Ice Cube.
I will tell you this. So I ended up walking that way about 8 p.m. And then, I risked it a little bit.
Yeah.
I started walking that way about 8 p.m. And
you just got to walk like you belong there.
I acted like I was supposed to be there.
Yep. You just walked like you belong.
I made eye contact with nobody.
Nope.
And so, I walked for about a mile. It was a little under a mile. And then I ended up leaving at like 11 p.m. And I thought, okay, I'm Ubering back. So I Ubered back.
Wise man. Wise man.
So,
tell us game day. Game day started at 1 p.m. Central. I'm sorry.
1 p.m.
Pacific
local time. Yeah.
3 p.m.
I got up. I woke up naturally about 5:30, went to Santa Monica, went to the beach, ended up hanging around, went out to Beverly Hills, went out to Hollywood, stuff like that.
You see DF's that.
Did some sightseeing. Yeah.
Rule number 1, we can't say the rest.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so I went out to the beach, went out to Beverly Hills, explored a little bit there, and then made my way back to downtown LA. Got to the Galen Center shortly before 11 a.m.
What do you think of it?
It was cool. It was cool inside.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool inside. Cool little area around it too. There's plenty of shops around USC and that campus and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Coliseum was very underwhelming to me.
Yeah,
but
it needs some
to
work.
think like that the Los Angeles Rams played there
for years,
and
Olympics.
that's where the big Chiefs Rams shootout was. The high scoring fest was. It was kind of cool.
History in the Coliseum.
Yeah, it was kind of cool there. But yeah, went to the Galen Center and chopped it up with a couple of people beforehand, and got some updates and stuff, and then ultimately watched the game. Talked to Fred, Sam, and Price after the game, and after that, ended up just going back. I had some chicken nachos at my hotel that night for dinner, and they were delicious.
Did you crash pretty early Saturday night?
Well, I was in a predicament because I knew I had about a 2:30 a.m. wake up.
Right.
And so I was 2:30 LA time. So I was like, all right, what do I want to do here? At first, my mindset was going to be, I'm staying up all night, and I'm just gonna sleep on the plane, sleep Sunday, like I'll be good. That did not happen. I ended up falling asleep about 9:45, and I woke up at like 1:40. So and then I just went to the airport.
Yeah.
So
you pay for that for a couple of days if you do stay up all night.
100%.
Especially when it's a 2-hour difference. That'll whack your sleep up a little bit too, man. Cubsker, good morning. Good morning, gentlemen. He says it's a great day. Not only have I successfully made it another year around the sun, man, happy birthday to you,
Happy
Cubsker.
birthday, Cubsker.
Happy birthday, my brother. But the Husker Athletics is rolling. It's been fantastic to see. Also, sorry about your ticket, Nick.
Thank you. We can start a GoFundMe. I have not paid it yet. It's $73, and I got 21 days to pay it.
You'll be all right.
Will they find me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I'm paying.
The rental car company will give you a call like, hey, you got something you got to take care of here.
Exactly.
Crow Bay, good morning. He goes, my mom wanted to go to the Olympics in 2 years, which are in LA. Me and the other siblings told her, no, just no.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting in LA for sure, Crow Bay.
It was great. The weather was awesome.
90 degrees?
Yeah, just a little under 90. It was great.
You got to take that, man.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yesterday I got there, even at 3:45 in the morning, it was 82 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
We fly to Denver, it was 53. Then we fly into Lincoln, and they're like, all right, it's 28 degrees in Lincoln. And I'm like, why do we live here?
Well, Swim, you leave, and then we have an earthquake here where you're supposed to have earthquake where you're at.
I know.
4.1 before we go to break. 4.1 earthquake struck just before 1 p.m. on Sunday. Let us know if you felt anything. Text us in the show. Take part. 402-464-5685. About 3 miles east of Cowles in Webster County. Roughly 135 miles southwest of the capital city. Approximately 2 miles underground, considered very shallow. If you were out on the West Coast, they'd be like, oh, man, that was a hiccup. they're used to it, but it was felt in Omaha, Lincoln, Topeka, Kansas, numerous communities across the South Central area. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, a 4.1 is classified as light, typically felt indoors. May rattle a few windows, move a few dishes, and some monitors. Rarely causes any structural damage. So it tells you how unfamiliar we are in Nebraska with it, because it was the talk of the town and in social media platforms on yesterday. So, but no major damage was reported. No injuries reported at this time. Mostly a lot of rattling, some brief shaking last second. So Nebraska did have an earthquake. Nick, have you been in an earthquake before?
Nope. Didn't feel it yesterday either.
I was in one in Mexico about 12 years ago. Me and a wife were there on I was speaking for an event, and we were in Ixtapa, and everybody, and it was like in the morning, so everybody woke up like, whoa, on the patios, because it was, I think they said it was like a 6.2, 6.3. So it was, it was rumbly.
Yeah.
Rumbly. And I thought I was dreaming. It's like, whoa, no, something's up, so. Earthquake in Lincoln, folks. When we come back, we got a full slate to discuss with you this morning. First of all, we are going to dive into softball and baseball weekend wrap-ups. We'll be back, folks. It's Monday. It's March 2nd. It's The Drive.
Nutrition Authority presents Fusion 30, an ultra-premium protein ideal for anyone wanting to look, feel, and perform their best. Fusion 30 can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today for a free sample, visit with a certified nutritionist, and get better than internet pricing. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings, thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Spring storms happen, but LES line workers are ready. While they're out in the weather, you can stay inside and still lend a hand by reporting your outage at les.com/report.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. And get a house that you're going to be happy with. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 12th annual Street Festival. The party goes all weekend long, but starts on March 14th and 15th with tons of giveaways, great Irish food, and green beer. And it continues on Tuesday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 9 a.m. on Saturday, 11 a.m. on Sunday, and 9 a.m. on Tuesday. And the street party starts at 2 p.m. all 3 days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's Irish Pub, located at 8th and P.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O. MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their Contact Us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
It's seafood season at Amigos. Time to get that one-of-a-kind, crisp crab rangoon burrito and dip it in some sweet chili sauce. There's a crab rangoon Frenchie, too. Enjoy grilled fish, grilled shrimp, or crispy fish tacos, wrapped in warm whole wheat tortillas, topped with pico de gallo, cabbage, and Amigos Chipotle mayo sauce. From jumbo shrimp baskets or fish and chips to fish tacos, there's something for everyone. You'll love the bold, fresh flavors of seafood at Amigos. Amigos is serving up a brand new way to score the bold, fresh flavors you love with 8 affordable value meals. At $5 and $6, these meals are easy on the wallet, so treat yourself anytime. Sink into the new 3-cheese melt or taco melt, both stacked with crave-worthy flavor in every bite. There's crunchy taquito dippers, too, perfect for dunking in Amigos' famous ranch or spicy cheese. Big flavor, small price. Value meals at Amigos.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. We're back, folks. And this segment is brought to you by our good friend Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. He's been a well-respected rep since 1999. Jack can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, even your future. Give Jack a call today at 42421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. So he'll probably come by. Maybe it's today or Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday. And it'll look like he went through Jet Splash before he came through here, or a gas station, a local gas station.
Yeah,
no free shout outs.
The look you just gave a massively free shout out.
A massively free.
Gosh, just unlimited shout outs. No, I'm kidding.
I was watching something this weekend that made me think of you, man. And they were shouting out something. I'm like, oh man, Swim would have a major problem with this. I'm old, so I gotta remember where I was thinking. But anyway, I was watching TV and I just started I was like, man, Nick would have a conniption, if you would, if that happened on our show. No free shout outs, man. No free shout outs.
I've trained you well.
Yes. I get very, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. Can we say that? Are we able to say that?
Oh, folks in Nebraska, number 9, Nebraska. Boy, if I get that call, swallowed it right. Number 9, Nebraska. Beat Oklahoma State 4-3 in Saturday's game.
Yes.
Sunday's game for 2:30 was canceled due to pending storms in Kansas and Nebraska. So they pieced up at 1-1.
They showed a lot of grit in Stillwater. 4-3 on Saturday afternoons. They erased 2 deficits, grabbed the lead in the 6th, slammed the door in the 7th to secure their 6th win over a ranked opponent this season. Mila Thomas delivered a clutch 2-run homer to tie the game in the 4th inning, and Jordy Fromm knocked in the go-ahead run to the 6th. Shut down the Cowgirls in the circle over the final 3 innings to secure the win. Nebraska improves to 14-5 on the season, is now 6-4 against ranked opponents. So, wouldn't that suck, man? I as a kid, which they are all kids to me, I would hate canceled games because you got hyped up for it and then it was canceled. It's like, dang.
I know. Well, and here's the thing. So Nebraska softball had another, overall impressive and successful weekend. They lost on Thursday 2-1 in 11 innings to Oklahoma State. Then they're able to follow that up against South Dakota State. Then they beat tulsa, and then ultimately, like you just talked about, Oklahoma State on Saturday. That was the rubber match against Oklahoma State that they could have had to best of 3 essentially. But now here's the deal, AD. If you can believe it, we're already at home opener time for both Nebraska baseball and softball.
Even think about
Already a month of Husker softball. About a month of Husker softball has come and gone, and they're firmly a top 10 team. They are, like you said, 6 of their 14 wins have come against top 25 opponents. And Nebraska will host South Dakota State here on Thursday for a doubleheader. They play a series, or a weekend tournament, if you will, at Bolin this weekend, where South Dakota State Thursday for a doubleheader, then Omaha on Saturday and Sunday. So a couple of teams there. Then for baseball, you have a home opener. You play South Dakota State on Tuesday, and then it's a home series against Michigan State this weekend.
Swim, I've got to get that hoodie for baseball, man.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to do, Swim, when we go to a baseball game? I'm just going to bring a book and act like I'm really doing the book during the game.
Yeah, you're just going to act like you
I'm
are.
just going to act like I am.
Yeah.
And just be there to look like, and I'm going to have some seeds and just spit them out and, have where my readers.
You can play the part.
And I'm just going to bring a little pencil like I'm really doing it.
You're just going to be doodling.
And I'm just going
to be doodling. Oh, AD, that's a nice little stick figure you got there. Well, this means that Dylan Carey hit a home run in the 4th inning. No, so I was a little bit incorrect there. Nebraska baseball plays Omaha on Tuesday at 1:30 in the afternoon. Then Wednesday, 1:30 in the afternoon against South Dakota State as well. So a little bit of earlier games, but they will be able to. They'll be able to hopefully get it in while the weather is somewhat bearable this week.
Yeah, it does. 51 is a high for tomorrow, and Thursday you said as well. Is that next game, or is it
Tuesday, Wednesday?
And Wednesday's a high of 56. Both cloudy, but definitely playable.
And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday may be iffy because it's a 70% chance of rain. Saturday, 45%. Sunday, 66 degrees and sunny, so they'll be good. If it's something where they move those games closer, there's the weekend will be tricky, with an exception of Sunday. Friday, Saturday games will be tricky. Looking at the weather forecast as of today, but again, being in Nebraska, you know how quickly that can change, etc. Swim, Nebraska did something this weekend in baseball that you despise, and for good reason. Because they were Santa Claus. The Huskers battled all weekend at Plainsman Park down in Auburn, but fell 12-3 on Sunday's rubber match to number 7 Auburn, dropping the series 2-1. Nebraska moves to 5-5. Auburn improves to 9-2. Swim, costly mistakes early. I didn't listen, but I did catch the recaps and looked at this, just kind of read the storylines. Because first of all, TV-wise, he had to go to that, wasn't it Flow or something like that? What was it on? In order to try to watch it.
You had to subscribe to SEC Network Plus.
Yeah, I was not doing that for the weekend. I'm like, so you do that throughout the season in the space that we're in.
It adds up.
It adds up. Before you know it, you're like, wait a minute, what is this? What is this? There's SEC. There's big. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm the knuckle that'll forget to cancel it. So I didn't mess with it. But Auburn capitalized on second inning errors, plating 4 unearned runs. 4 unearned runs. The Tigers built a 5-0 lead after 2 innings in a tough hole against the top SEC team, obviously number 7 in the country. Nebraska allowed, Swim, 12 runs on just 7 hits. And the story was what you hate and what we all hate is free passes and defensive miscues. Man.
Yeah.
Swim, break it down for us, man.
Here's the thing. 15 free passes, free bases that was allowed just yesterday on Sunday. Nebraska outscored 27-7 over Saturday and Sunday. Overall, this was a weekend in 3 games. They gave up 35 runs. I mean, 35 runs is a lot. So, Nebraska wins on Friday, which is a much needed win. But ultimately, you got run rule, you got mercy ruled on Saturday, 15-4. Then you lose 12-3 on Sunday. On the last 2 days, the pitching is certainly the name of the game there. And Nebraska really struggled at hitting with runners in scoring position as well. But on top of that, last but not least, you had to use 14 pitchers in a total of 16 innings. And that is 16 because you played 7 innings on Saturday, 9 on Sunday. You had to use 16 total pitchers to get through, 14 total pitchers to get through 16 innings of work. Just not an efficient matchup, not an efficient weekend.
Slim, it wasn't efficient, but I'll tell you why I'm still encouraged, though, man, because there were a lot of self-inflicted mistakes here.
Sure.
The margin of error is small, as you know, when you're playing against a team like this. Defensive lapses, too many walks, as we talked about, not enough shutdown innings after scoring. And you're playing against an elite team. The difference between winning a series and chasing it was what we've seen in those free passes they gave there. But here's some bright spots. Dylan Carey, in 10 games, hits number 200 and 201. Becomes the 28th Husker in program history to reach 200 hits. Joshua Overbeek was 2 of 3, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Case Anderson, who keeps putting in work, 2 for 5 with a double. And the Huskers had their chances, 8 hits on bases loaded in the 4th, but couldn't deliver big in the inning. And like you mentioned, Nick, against a top-tier team, number 7 in the country, you have to score when those opportunities present themselves, because if you don't, they will make you pay the price when they take the bats next, and they certainly did with 35 hits.
They did, and I just think that, one of the things I mentioned earlier in this morning was Auburn, and a lot of the best teams in the country do this, is they're just always applying pressure. You just never feel like you can actually take a breath. And as I was watching the game on Sunday, even when Nebraska was down just 6-2, and Nebraska was in it, like there was what was it? Nebraska was down 6-0. Then they with bases loaded in the middle innings somewhere, they were able to get 2 runs. And so you're like, okay, there's plenty of time left, especially with an offense that has Nebraska's capabilities. And Sundays in college baseball are just kind of wild as it is, just because you have days to where, weird things happen and pitchers aren't able to find and locate the zone. Like things like that happen all the time on Sundays. So you're thinking, okay, 6-2, Nebraska's right there. What does Auburn do though? They come right back and they get a run in the next inning. And it's like, they're the best teams are just always applying pressure. And that's what Auburn did.
So I think you put a bow tie on it beautifully. Your good teams are always applying pressure. And you can look at any sport, they do that.
Yeah, and like it's easy for us to sit here and during baseball and be like, oh, they applied pressure in the box. They applied pressure because they continued to throw strikes and they struck out Nebraska's hitters. No, I'm talking like on every facet, especially on the base paths, like not being satisfied with having an aggressive round at first base after a single that might have almost slipped into the gap and forcing Nebraska to get up with it quicker because they're worried about you taking an extra 90 feet and going to second base, or ball and dirt reads. Like things like that matter so much in the 1 or 2 run differential type of games. But as you're a really good baseball program when you're still valuing those things up by 5, up by 7, up by 10. You're just never take your foot off the gas.
Can't do it. Cubsker, good morning to you again, brother. You just simply can't leave that many runners in scoring position with 0-1 outs, and we didn't. And we did that too much. You're exactly right, my brother. Unmatched texter with South Dakota. Then when he realized that he gave the wrong answer and tried to sneak in state, I'm not sure what
that's from earlier.
That's earlier.
Yeah, that's game show. Yeah,
okay.
Game show stuff. There was controversy on the game show this morning.
I looked at that. I thought he was talking about the game South Dakota we were playing, but yeah.
There was controversy on the game show this morning.
We'll have to discuss it. James and Lincoln, it's obviously too early to make sweeping judgments, but walks were also an issue last year. Yes, they were, my brother. Is this a Rob Childress issue, a recruiting issue? What is it? Swim, before we go to break, what do you think on that one, man? Or is it too early in the season?
I think it's too early in the season. I think they'll be just fine. They just need to find guys that can come in and throw strikes. Like sometimes you can't simplify it enough. Come in here, throw strikes, be competitive in the zone, let your defense work.
Absolutely.
You can't serve it up, right? But like, try to be as effective as possible. And they're trying to find their high leverage guys. They're trying to find the guys that can be effective more times than not. And Nebraska's going to be fine.
Matt, good morning to you, brother. Happy Monday to you as well, my dear brother. He goes, Nick, you were right during the game show. He just wanted to put that out there. And he also just wanted to wish his youngest son, Rowan, a happy 17th birthday. Rowan, our money. The man, the myth, 17, happy birth to you. Birthday and birth to you, Rowan.
Yes.
Happy birthday, brother. 17
Happy birthday,
years old.
Rowan.
So you were 17 just like 7 years ago.
8 years ago. Yeah.
Meanwhile, me, I think Reagan was the president when I was 17.
That is jarring.
8 years ago, you were 17, man.
Mhm.
That's crazy, man.
I know.
Such a young lad.
Getting old.
Rowan, have a great 17th birthday, Matt. I know you and the family are going to take care of him good on his birthday. Folks, when we come back, quick history segment before we drop in and drop more. Between the numbers, what went down in USC? Nick was there firsthand. We'll talk about it. It's a drive.
It's seafood season at Amigos. Time to get that one-of-a-kind crisp crab rangoon burrito and dip it in some sweet chili sauce. There's a crab rangoon Frenchie, too. Enjoy grilled fish, grilled shrimp, or crispy fish tacos, wrapped in warm whole wheat tortillas, topped with pico de gallo, cabbage, and Amigos Chipotle mayo sauce. From jumbo shrimp baskets or fish and chips to fish tacos, there's something for everyone. You'll love the bold, fresh flavors of seafood at Amigos. Amigos is serving up a brand new way to score the bold, fresh flavors you love with 8 affordable value meals. At $5 and $6, these meals are easy on the wallet, so treat yourself anytime. Sink into the new 3-cheese melt or taco melt, both stacked with crave-worthy flavor in every bite. There's crunchy taquito dippers, too, perfect for dunking in Amigos' famous ranch or spicy cheese. Big flavor, small price. Value meals at Amigos.
A membership with John Henry's will fast-track you to front-of-the-line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's coming.
And electrical.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
If you're tired of the dieting circuit paradox but still want to look, feel, and perform better, you need to get to Nutrition Authority and ask about our nutrition coaching featuring LifeBase. LifeBase takes a complex world of nutrition and makes it simple with real results that last. Stop in to learn more or check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Hey guys, it's Austin. Join me on Tuesday from Poly Pavilion in Los Angeles as 93.7 The Ticket covers Husker basketball's final regular season road game at 10 p.m. versus Mick Cronin and the UCLA Bruins. I'll have pregame and postgame videos on the Ticket social media pages as well as commentary throughout the game. And catch me on postgame beginning around midnight Central as well. Our coverage from Los Angeles is sponsored by the Lincoln Airport, Diode Technologies, Ben Blaker, a professional realty group of BHHS Ambassador, and Scissors & Scotch Lincoln.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. And get a house that you're going to be happy with. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Right, folks, we are back on this March 2nd. It's The Drive, and it's history time. In 2016, the Nebraska head coach Mike Riley says he will split the 120-man roster into two groups and run practice on two practice fields. Yeah, I don't think that worked out too good, Swim.
No, I was talking. I'm like, no. And I was like, oh, my mic's not on. That helps to talk. Yeah, probably not.
Oh, man.
Hindsight's 2020. There's a lot that's probably tried and failed.
But Swim, here's the thing I don't understand, man. Okay. When you, regardless of what's going on the peripherals of college football, the outside things, the NIL, the portal, etc., you still can run a practice in a way that's been proven efficient.
Sure.
You ask Terrell, you ask Foreman, you ask AC. I know they were still doing when AC was here as well, Adam. We ran 4 stations. Everybody got reps. And I mean everyone, because Coach Osborne would always preach to us, you're one guy away from you're one guy away from next guy up. So we all got reps. Swim, I can't tell you the number of times I heard people saying the number of people that stood around during previous coaches' practices.
Oh, yeah.
The number of guys just standing there, ill-prepared, unprepared, not knowing what's going on. That system still works. Coach Osborne, and you look at, I'm going to bring up Signetti. His practices are about 90 minutes.
because he maximizes the time. There's not a lot of dead time. Everybody gets it's efficient. It's efficient. I'm not going to say there's one right way to do it, but there's a lot of wrong ways to do it too.
Yeah.
But I never understood that. And I think I know for a fact, I went to 2 practices in the Riley, and a lot of guys just standing around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of guys just standing around. So anyway, that didn't work out.
It's crazy. The reason I was not as attentive as I should have been the last 30 seconds is because Bill and Bennett brought up the question on the text line: will Dylan Carey for Nebraska baseball break the doubles record this season? I was looking up stats because I thought that this was the case. He only needs a couple of more. Right now, for his career, Dylan Carey, with 52 doubles in his career, to break the record, he needs 57. He needs 5 more the rest of the entire season. He's already gotten 5 this season.
He needs how many
more? He needs 5 more to break the record of Will Bolt. Will Bolt holds the all-time career doubles record.
Cool.
Played from 99 to 02. Will Bolt had 56 doubles in his time. And if Dylan Carey, who ended last season with 47, if he gets 5 more, he already has 5. So he's at 52 currently, which puts him still 1 spot behind Alex Gordon for 4th in doubles in Husker history. If he gets 5 more, he will break Will Bolt. So there's my history for you. I would imagine that Dylan will be able to get 5 more. He is hitting it as well. He is swinging that stick as well as anybody on that team right now. The updated stats for DC, the dude's hitting .444 with 20 hits on the season, 5 of them doubles, 3 home runs, a triple, 15 runs driven in. The dude is doing very, very well right now. And he's done a really nice job of kind of anchoring that spot in the 5th in the 5 hole.
Folks, on some very sad news, it's already been announced over on social media over the weekend. Our dear brother Todd Euler lost his brother, former Nebraska fullback Tyrone Euler, over the weekend. Tyrone was just 48 years old. Remember, he played fullback in the late 90s, 97, I think, through 2000, I believe. But I know he was on with Frost and those guys. But just I didn't know Tyrone really well. Obviously, I know Todd because we played together, but my heart just aches for Todd and his entire family. So again, Tyrone Euler passed away this weekend, 48 years old. I was texting Todd yesterday morning, man, and my heart just breaks for him and his family. I know that pain, and just an outstanding young man. And it just goes to show, Swim, man, you and I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. You truly got to embrace every day. I mean, the muck, the mire, the hard stuff. We just don't know. So again, our condolences and our deepest sympathies and our thoughts and prayers go out to the Todd Euler family. Tyrone Euler's younger brother passed away just yesterday. So keep that entire Euler family in your prayers. Another Husker brother gone way too soon, man. So our thoughts and prayers go to the Euler family. Folks, we'll be back and we'll discuss Nebraska basketball. It's The Drive.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get 1 half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring storms happen, but LES line workers are ready. While they're out in the weather, you can stay inside and still lend a hand by reporting your outage at les.com/report.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Dana Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their Contact Us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Central and Western Nebraska, this one's for you. On March 7th, Love Nebraska brings the pro game to the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island for a 7 p.m. showdown with Love Salt Lake, presented by FNBO. No long drive, no watching from afar, just live action in your backyard, featuring powerful serves, high-flying attacks, and the kind of intensity that builds with every rally. This is your chance to experience Nebraska volleyball up close as the entire state comes together for one big night. Get your tickets now at lovbneb.com/tickets.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, to brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and the rest of the 93.7 The Ticket crew as we bring you live coverage of the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from Pinnacle Bank Arena. The action tips off Wednesday, March 4th. If it's being played at Pinnacle Bank Arena, it's heard on the ticket. Class A to Class D2 all week long. Join us March 4th through March 7th as we crown 6 state champions from the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Ostreider. Watch out! Nafisi in the lane, kicks it out. Three ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good.
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we're back on this magnificent Monday. Nebraska took care of business out in L.A. 82-67, a thumping in the second half of the USC Trojans. In swim, it was a interesting first half.
I was going to say, can we talk about Chad Baker-Mazara first?
Yeah, that's why I'm pulling it up right away. That just, I don't know where to go with this swim in that Baker-Mazara sat in the second row behind USC's bench with fans after he left the game, and he chose not to return.
Yeah.
The announcers, even as we listened, those of us that were listening to the game, watching the game on BTN, had no explanation for why a player would not be sitting with his team on the bench and instead with fans. Swim, I thought that maybe was part of their, as far as their personnel, maybe someone from one of their athletic trainers. No, he was just hanging out with the fans and then left. Then came back and just sat with the fans.
Yeah, and I didn't get to we didn't get to talk to Eric Musselman post game. And so I don't want to speculate that like he was healthy enough to come back in. I don't want to do any of that. What I will say though, in the late stages of the first half, and throughout the first half, it was visible that Chad Baker-Mazara, who's a guy who's been heavily criticized for various reasons, started his career at Duquesne, then went to San Diego State, then was at Auburn, and now is at USC. Just a fun fact, he's older than Zion Williamson, who was the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft.
26.
But yeah, Chad Baker-Mazara is who we're referencing here. He was visibly gassed in the first half, watching him try to stick with and go with Nebraska there. He had 14 points, though, had a really, really strong first half. And at the end of the first half, I look down and I say to myself, why in the world is Mazara sitting in between two fans along the baseline? He wasn't on the bench. He was on the baseline.
That's what was odd.
Underneath the basket. And so I didn't think anything of it at the time. And I wasn't watching the TV copy. And so I didn't know that they even were referencing it on the TV screen. But instantly, sometimes AD, we see this a lot in the NBA where they'll curl the benches and not intentionally, but guys will stand up or sit and they'll curl it to where they're not sitting so far in a straight line deep. And so I thought, okay, you know what? In the final moments of the first half, early moments of the second half, whatever it might be, maybe that's the deal. Maybe that's what's going on is he's just trying to actually have a better seat. It was not a packed house on Saturday. So I thought, okay, maybe that's what the deal was. Come to find out, yesterday afternoon, it's announced that Chad Baker-Mazara is no longer with the team. And it's just a bizarre 48 hours.
MT Westy texted a picture of Antonio Brown leaving the game.
Yeah.
MT Westy was very similar where it made you just scratch your head. And I think most of us said, I'm done with it. So there's other things that we don't know about that may have led up to the dismissal. I don't think that was just a one-time thing. There may have been some other things we're not privy to, but nevertheless, he is no longer with the USC Trojans basketball program.
So this was the story from some sports websites because as I didn't get to talk to Eric Musselman post game, I heard him. They played his like post game radio interview, Eric Musselman's, over the loudspeaker at the Galen Center as we were waiting for Fred Hoiberg to come out and talk to us. They were playing it because they just did our interviews in a hallway, and Big Ten Network was out there. It was a weird thing, but anyway, it was interesting because I heard them ask Musselman about Mazara's availability, and he said something along the lines, and of course I'm paraphrasing here, said something along the lines of he said he couldn't go. He wasn't able to go in the second half. He was just winded, and this has been a continuous problem over the last couple of games. And so he's like, we got to get it figured out. that was basically what I heard through the loudspeakers. I didn't hear all the other additional context. So this is what some articles are saying, some sports spots out in LA and in the SoCal area. It says nearly a year after helping Auburn reach the Final Four, Chad Baker-Mazara no longer is a member of Southern California's basketball program. He was the second leading scorer, including the 14-point effort in a 15-point loss to number 12 Nebraska on Saturday. Baker played 16 of his 19 minutes in the first half. He went down hard on the baseline and left for a good 3 minutes into the second half. No reasons or details were provided in USC's brief statement issued through team spokesperson, their SID, Kristen Keller. Keller said in a text message to the Associated Press, quote, "We have nothing additional to add to this time." After Saturday's game, Musselman was asked about Baker-Mazara's potential injury, and Musselman said he couldn't go. I have not spoken to a trainer about Mazara's health, but he said that he couldn't go. Baker-Mazara took a seat on the baseline adjacent to USC's bench. Injured teammate Rodney Rice sat at the end closest to the bench, and a young woman sat between Rice and Baker-Mazara, with the three of them chatting throughout the second half.
I don't even know what to say to that, Swim. I don't even know what to say to that.
This is where I will push back a little bit, just because as I saw in person with my own two eyes, Musselman was asked if it's customary for Baker-Mazara to be sitting next to fans. Musselman said that there was a shortage of chairs on the team bench.
Then why would you kick him off?
Let me tell you this right now. There was not a shortage of chairs on the team bench.
You saw it firsthand.
I saw it firsthand. Because that's why I brought up the thought of, okay, are they just trying to curl their players to where they get a better view? Because like Baker-Mazara in the first half, when he was on the bench for those few minutes, he was cheering his guys on. Like he was up there. He was getting like defense chants started and stuff with the fans. And so he was fully invested in that first half. And so that's why I thought nothing of it.
I tell you what, we won't know more until Musselman comes out and talks more about it. If he decides to talk more about it, it might just be one of those things, Swim, to where it's just he's no longer with the program.
Yeah, and that's right. And unfortunately, who knows what
Which he did announce. He's no longer with the program.
Yeah, who knows what, if there's professional opportunities for Chad Baker-Mazara, who knows what the future holds there. But other than that, AD, we have a lot to still talk about with Nebraska basketball, and I don't want to bury this though. Some breaking news here that I do want to share with you real quickly.
Oh man.
It is nothing Nebraska related.
Okay.
Nothing Nebraska related.
Okay.
It is Detroit Lions related.
Oh, you said Nebraska basketball.
I said I don't want to bury the lead with this breaking news. I said we have a lot more to talk about with Nebraska basketball.
Okay.
Here's what's disappointing. The Lions, this comes from Adam Schefter. The Detroit Lions are sending running back David Montgomery to the Texans.
What?
For a 5th round pick.
5th?
They only gave him a 5th round pick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th? That's Dave Chappelle reference if you don't know. What?
A 5th round pick is all they got for David Montgomery.
Oh, there must have been something going on there.
I don't know. It's disappointing.
5th round pick for David Montgomery.
Little Thunder Lightning combo is torn apart.
We got to dig into that later.
We will. They had a good little situation going there between with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery for a 5th round pick.
Austin, what do you 5th?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For a 5th round pick.
Austin, you just got to hold up a sign over there with a 5th FIF. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
A 5th round pick, and that is it, man.
So this all kind of comes from a couple of days ago. There was an ESPN reporter.
5th.
An ESPN reporter, Jeremy Fowler.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
What? A 5th?
So this came over the last couple of days. ESPN reporter Jeremy Fowler fired up over the weekend, quote, anonymous sources reporting that David Montgomery wanted out of Detroit. However, David Montgomery fired back and said, damn, who told you that? Like, as a not true type of thing.
Well, he's a Houston Texan now. Which is a great organization. They're on the upside right now.
Here's what's funny. This is always so interesting. So the official tweet from Jeremy Fowler this past weekend was David Montgomery wants out of Detroit, and the Lions would want a decent day 3 pick, possibly 5th rounder in return. David Montgomery quote tweeted it and said, damn, did I tell you that? The Twitter context notes, at the bottom of tweets says, this rumor is false. David Montgomery himself has openly disputed its authenticity. 2 days later, the Detroit Lions traded for a decent day 3 pick, 5th round pick for David Montgomery to the Houston Texans.
There must have been a lot of obviously the Lions communication broke down with both sides were pretty big.
And despite
5th round,
despite how successful it was at times, there's been outpour and outcry from David Montgomery about how he didn't care for his complimentary role to Jahmyr Gibbs. He didn't like being the backup, the second option to it. He's been outspoken about that. However, in the last 2 years, this is a guy that had over 1,000-yard rusher in 2023, had over 770 yards in 2024, had over 700 yards in 2025. It's somebody that has had 33 touchdowns his last 3 seasons combined as a quote-unquote backup running back, if you will. He's been their red zone consistent option once they get inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's an interesting move by the Detroit Lions, man. But it shows you how quickly things can dissipate when two parties are not seeing eye to eye. Whether he, like I said, he was vocal about not wanting to the number of carries he was getting or playing second fiddle, et cetera. So it's going that was it it shows you in the NFL, man. It can change quickly, very quickly, on how that can go.
Oh, wow. Okay. So ESPN has now, so maybe Adam Schefter has updated some things. Let me double check. We might have more terms on the updated tree. Okay. So updated compensation. Here we go. It's been, I feel a little bit better now. Austin, we feel a little bit better. The updated compensation in return for David Montgomery. Lions are sending David Montgomery to the Texans for a 4th round pick, offensive line Juice Scruggs.
I see that now.
And a 7th round pick.
That makes more sense.
So anyway, there it is.
That makes a lot more sense. MT Westy just texted that in. 2 things, brother. Appreciate that. Cubsker says no more Sonic and Knuckles. Very sad to see.
That is disappointing. But anyway, all right, let's do this. AD, let's do this. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have a more extended conversation on Nebraska basketball, though.
We will definitely do that, folks. It's The Drive. We will be right back.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. And get a house that you're going to be happy with. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with 0 down. So check us out online at couplecars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket. Central and Western Nebraska, this one's for you. On March 7th, Love Nebraska brings the pro game to the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island for a 7 p.m. showdown with Love Salt Lake, presented by FNBO. No long drive, no watching from afar, just live action in your backyard, featuring powerful serves, high-flying attacks, and the kind of intensity that builds with every rally. This is your chance to experience Nebraska volleyball up close as the entire state comes together for one big night. Get your tickets now at lovbneb.com/tickets.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Byrne as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
Hey guys, it's Austin. Join me on Tuesday from Poly Pavilion in Los Angeles as 93.7 The Ticket covers Husker basketball's final regular season road game at 10 p.m. versus Mick Cronin and the UCLA Bruins. I'll have pregame and postgame videos on the Ticket social media pages as well as commentary throughout the game. And catch me on postgame beginning around midnight Central as well. Our coverage from Los Angeles is sponsored by the Lincoln Airport, Diode Technologies, Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, and Scissors and Scotch Lincoln.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 12th annual Street Festival. The party goes all weekend long, but starts on March 14th and 15th with tons of giveaways, great Irish food, and green beer. And it continues on Tuesday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 9 a.m. on Saturday, 11 a.m. on Sunday, and 9 a.m. on Tuesday. And the street party starts at 2 p.m. all 3 days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's Irish Pub, located at 8th and P.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and the rest of the 93.7 The Ticket crew as we bring you live coverage of the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from Pinnacle Bank Arena. The action tips off Wednesday, March 4th. If it's being played at Pinnacle Bank Arena, it's heard on the ticket. Class A to Class D2 all week long. Join us March 4th through March 7th as we crown 6 state champions from the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we're back. March 2nd. New month. State basketball is right in front of us. The girls start on Wednesday.
Guys have district finals tonight.
District finals. Lincoln High will take on Creighton Prep.
Yes.
To punch their ticket. That'll be a very contentious game, I'm sure. A lot of others that are going on throughout the state.
Lincoln North Star girls is the #1 overall seed in Class A. I'm telling you, this is, and I'll do a full breakdown tomorrow and throughout the next week or so on the boys' side of things as well. But I'm telling you, this year we've gotten, I don't want to say past all the household names, but I mean, you think about the generational run of recruits that we've seen go through, frankly, all of high school basketball in the higher classes, that is. And Nebraska's been in a really interesting spot where it's even going back to Hunter Salas and Chucky and like those names to then last year, you have not necessarily last year, but Jason Green last year, a couple of years ago, who went to Creighton and other names like that. And on the girls' side, you have the Gessert twins who are now moved on and they're playing for Creighton and stuff. You have college talent, but not the household names that we're used to, which means, in my opinion, we're going to have some really fun matchups and some real unpredictable matchups. Maybe on the seed lines, it looks like it could be a blowout on paper, but you just never know what can happen when they get to PBA.
It's going to be interesting, man. It's always fun when state basketball. You usually always count on a snowstorm during state baskall with the girls there, guys. So keep your fingers crossed that does not take place. During that time.
A couple of the I'm looking here. A couple of the district matchups that you need to know about for boys basketball today. In the number one seed Omaha West Side, who was the runner-up last year. They are playing Millard South for a spot in districts tonight. In A2, Bellevue West and Lincoln East are in a district final this evening as well. As you mentioned, Creighton Prep and Lincoln High are playing. That's at Creighton Prep. In the A4, Lincoln Southwest is hosting Omaha Westview tonight. In the A5, you have Millard North hosting Lincoln Southeast at 6 p.m. tonight. And then also in A6, Lincoln North Star hosts Papillion La Vista, and in A7's district, Papillion La Vista South hosts Omaha Central. So there's a good chance that a couple of the wild card points will be the deciding factor, and you just never know what can happen once you get to PBA.
Absolutely.
So here we go.
It's going to be fun, man. And I just love March basketball wise, man. There's just so much going on that's going to be fun to keep track of. Bringing it back to Nebraska basketball, folks. Nebraska, the men took care of business 82-67 over USC. Second half adjustments, Nebraska flipped a 6-point halftime deficit. They were down 37-31 onto a 15-point win. They shot 53% in the second half after just 35% in the first. Held USC to 39% shooting over the final 20 minutes, 39%. Opened the half with a 12-2 run. And Swim, they never looked back. That knockout punch, it was a 15-0 surge that stretched it from a 5-point game to a 20-point lead. And then Nebraska basically was playing pickup basketball with these guys because they got out of hand awfully quickly. Swim, it was a game of the tale of two halves. And I think we've become somewhat accustomed to that with Nebraska basketball at times.
Yeah.
Of course, I can hear the one side saying, why can't we just come out on fire? Well, I get that aspect too, but it's not, you are the hunted now. Teams are going to come out and give you they're going to throw everything at you, including the kitchen sink. The thing is it sustainable for these other teams? And for the most part, you obviously look at Iowa, that was a different ball game, but Nebraska has showed their mettle in the second half. It wasn't a Wisconsin type game or a Creighton type game. It was more of a Washington type game, or more of an Oregon type game, to where they came out, even a Northwestern game, I would go on to say, and both times we played them. You're going to get that surge from that team. It's kind of like Coach Osborne would tell us that first quarter, they're going to throw everything out you. They're going to come out with quirky formations, unorthodox looks, maybe throw some trick plays in there to keep you off guard. Nebraska basketball now has seen that from a lot of these teams where, Baker Massar before he obviously exited, Arenas and a cadre of other guys. They were hot, they played physical, etc., but they did not have the long-term sustainability Nebraska had. Sam got into some foul trouble early, 2 fouls. Set for a while, and I can see Swim where some people were talking about why would he sit. Well, to me, it's a no-brainer. You don't give him a chance, or the refs, more importantly. You can play as smart as you want, but if they call a bogus call, then you got 3, and you got a whole half to go. I had absolutely no problems with Coach Hoiberg sitting Sam. To me, that's what you do. Because when you're at their place, the officiating was suspect all game both ways as far as that go. You do not leave the heart and soul, in my opinion, of your team. You don't put him in that predicament, or more importantly, you don't give the refs to sneeze and miss a call. Now he's sitting there with 3 with a whole half to go. You can't take that chance.
Well,
and Nebraska showed their mettle and their depth to where it didn't matter.
And I think for the most part of this also, the conversation is understanding the feel of the game. Nebraska was never out of it. They were down by 5 at the halftime break. And that's what you saw. Fred told us in the post game, and then he also told said it in the cinematic recap that you can watch. I mean, he said it. He goes, look, it was a lot of the same conversation that I had after Minnesota, where, look, as bad as we're playing right now, we're only down 2 possessions. They were down 5 points, 36-31 at the break. And maybe if it would have gotten closer to being out of hand in favor of the Trojans, maybe we would have seen Fred Hoiberg go against his morals, right? Or his, go against what he believes and what he does from a habit standpoint. I also think the other side of it is we clamor and we hope and pray that when the bullets are flying, or when things are going awry, that coaches lean on their identity and lean on what got them to that point. And something as little as a belief in a philosophy like this for Fred has gotten him to this point. And I disappointed in myself because I didn't ask him. But also, I didn't ask him because I didn't think it was necessarily that important of a thing to ask. But whether Nebraska's up by 20, down by 20, up by 5, down by 5, whatever it might be, like, this is who Fred Hoiberg is. And I think it's important for us to acknowledge that, hey, no matter the circumstance, it's worked out more times than not for Nebraska. And maybe that's what Fred's response would be is, look, with that identity and that philosophy, we've gotten to a 25-4 start, and we're on 3 consecutive 21 seasons, and we can't argue with that. Now, if it were to come back to hurt Nebraska, well, then so be it, and we cross that bridge when we get there. But I thought a guy like Price was able to connect a decent amount in the first half. Berke Bukhtengel played some valuable minutes.
How do you say it?
Bukhtengel.
How do you say it?
Berke.
Booyaka!
Definitely not.
You should have just done that right at the press conference.
No, I did ask. Well, it's funny that you bring that up because I asked Fred about Berke, and as soon as I said it, all I could hear about it was you saying it, and all I could think about was Galileo. But anyway,
operant conditioning.
Yeah, right. It's like Pavlov's response. You hear it enough, and eventually you're going to do it. And then Rink Mast was able to connect on that 3 that was big. So guys was the intensity there? Was the effort there? maybe not to the standard of Nebraska basketball, but it did enough to keep it within arm's reach.
Swim, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push back a little bit on the effort. That, to me, it was a street fight at first.
Yes.
I didn't see, me personally, no, I know that's up in an interpretation for all of us. I personally didn't see a lack of effort by Nebraska. I just saw a USC team that saw a top-ranked Nebraska team, a top 15 team come in, and they wanted a piece of the action.
Yeah.
So it was a street fight. And Nebraska said, you know what? All right, we're down 5 at halftime, and we're going to be okay. And then Nebraska took care of business. They did the same thing against Northwestern, the same thing against previous, Washington, Oregon, etc. But Nebraska, again, I keep saying this, they're to hunt. They're going to get the best efforts of these teams now.
Well, and this is where there's a little more accountability, I suppose, going towards Nebraska, is you have to find ways to combat that, right? Like if you want to be one of the teams on there that can be, in contention for a national title, which is not out of the question, I guess, because it's a lot of it in March is going to be matchup based. But it's where can Nebraska, what do they have to do? And you have to find creative ways. And that's something that, man, I tell you, we saw it again on Saturday. And I think that this is Price Sanford continuing to learn how to be effective. Is he is so good, and we know it from the perimeter. But there was a lot of times also where Price was doing damage off the dribble. And maybe those two things work in sync to where if the 3-point shot is falling, they'll pay even more attention to him, which I don't think that you can pay more attention to Price than you already are. But if he's able to beat guys off the dribble, I mean, that's another piece of his game that they have to respect it. I would love to have a conversation at some point in the near future with like an NBA scout, if we can find one, because when we talk about Price Sanford and the future of Price, I don't know what else there is for him to prove that he can do. And that's not me championing him to go to the draft. I hope that for Nebraska's sake, he comes back, because that's a big piece if Nebraska has to replace him. But I mean, when we talk about this season for Price, over the last 3 games, he's collected 23 rebounds. His rebounding intensity has come up. We asked him, after the game on Saturday, what does he attribute that to? He said he was working through some injury stuff prior to these last 3 games. He says he's feeling fully healthy now, which certainly plays a factor and is a benefit to Nebraska. So I think when it's all said and done, I cannot get over this idea that on March 2nd, we are sitting here talking daily about a 25-4 overall men's basketball team that has 14 Big Ten wins.
It's beautiful.
7 of their 14 Big Ten wins, AD, have been on the road. This isn't a team that we're sitting here going, oh, the only way that they've won is because they've taken advantage of all their home games. No.
Men win on the road, and they've shown that.
It's not even that. If they win tomorrow night at UCLA, that is 8 Big Ten road wins this year.
Hard to do, bro.
And also not to go too far without mentioning it, if they win tomorrow at UCLA again at Pauley Pavilion, AD, they lock down a triple bye in the Big Ten tournament, not this Friday, but next Friday. And that is just absurd to think about, that a team that missed the Big Ten tournament last season, is going to lock down, has everything they want in front of them to not have to play until Friday.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be playing in Vegas this time. I don't think Austin's going to be out there for 10 days or something like that. Swim, you think about Sanford. I'm going to get between these numbers here in a second, but you think about Sanford, 32 points game high. 20 of those points came in the second half. That's his third 30-point game of the season. He is 1 shy of the single-season school record of 30-point performance. It's the school season, single-season record, 1 point shy of that. Hit 5 threes, now 5 away from the Big Ten all-mark for conference play. What's his name, Swim? Respert.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Respert from Michigan State.
I was thinking of it this way. So I said the statistic on one of the pregame videos that I did and posted on social media where – so in terms of 20-point games, I understand Price had 30, right? He's had 14 this season. That passed Teran Petaway for 5th most in a single season. He's got to Bryce Williams last year had 20. And so he's got a little bit of room to work there. But yeah, it's telling. I mean, here's the thing: Price has been so valuable to Nebraska.
Yeah.
And I don't want to forget to mention this guy either, because as much flack and grief as Husker fans give him, what feels like almost daily, we have to appreciate and mention what Berke Buyukdengel did on Saturday. Berke on Saturday had 9 points, shot 4 of 7 from the field, had 6 rebounds, a couple of offensive boards, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals.
Swim, he was I think one of his most complete games this year, man.
Certainly.
I mean, he played like he should play.
And I asked Fred Hoiberg after the game, I use the caveat of, I understand that plus and minus in basketball can sometimes be a misleading stat, because sometimes you can go out there and shoot 0 for 8, and if your team is just dominating, then you can still be plus in the plus minus conversation. So it can sometimes be a misleading stat. I do not think that this was misleading, though, especially in in a game where Sam didn't play for an extended period of time, and you needed a defensive anchor to be in there. Berke Buyukdengel in 24 minutes of play was plus 24. Fred told us after the game, he said that if he's like, I understand Price had 32 points, but he goes, Berke Buyukdengel could have very well been the most valuable player for us today.
Swim, you're spot on. You look at the total team contribution here. Before I get into that, you look at the glass, which, I'm a huge stickler for. 41-25 rebounding edge, 18 offensive rebounds. That was their season high. 18 plus 16 rebounding margin, ties best this season. That's grown man basketball.
Rink had 5 offensive boards.
Yes. He was playing. I mean, they just played that second half again. They would sit. I think sometimes, Swim, when a team is slugging out with you, think, well, is Nebraska playing with them? No, the other team is playing too. They're trying to knock you out. And the question is, the great teams show their sustainability by knocking you out in the second half, and that's what they did. That total team contribution, Frager, 17 points, 8 rebounds off the bench. Rank Mass, 11.6 boards. Jamarcus Lawrence, 7 assists career high. 20 team assists. That's balance, that's trust, and that's connected basketball. Swim, this team does not flinch much, man. There are times they look like they may be, like I said, they're in a 15-round boxing match, but they continue to slug at you and the swing at you, and they hit you with body blows with runs like they did with the 12-0, 15-0 run.
It's important for us to note also, and this is where I don't want Husker fans to get it mixed up. It's not like Nebraska had an atrocious first half.
No, by no means.
I'm looking at the split between the first half and the second half boxes for Nebraska. They had 2 fewer turnovers, Nebraska did, in the second half than they did in the first. 7 in the first half, 5 in the second half. Nebraska actually forced 3 more steals in the first half than they did in the second half. There was a lot of issues in the first half for Nebraska. They got sped up at times. And part of that might be because they didn't have the calming presence of Sam Hoiberg out there to kind of handle the ball at times. However, don't forget, Jamarcus Lawrence. So I see it all the time, and I see it every game where it's like, Jamarcus just needs to slow down. No, that's the pace. Jamarcus is playing with the pace that Nebraska's staff wants him to play with.
Yeah.
And Braden Frager on Saturday just kind of made some freshman mistakes a couple of times in the early going. But the 14 minutes that Frager had in the second half alone is going to be valuable for his development. And so I think Nebraska's in a really, really good spot right now. Nebraska dropped 51 points in the second half.
Kelligan J.
They shot 53% from the field.
Kelligan J, you ever seen that old show called White Shadow? There was one brother on this. You're too young, so if he goes, yes. Hey, it shows you get a good mix of guys. It does not matter.
No.
You look at the Boston Celtics talking about, there'd be, this or that on the squad. The reality is, if you can play basketball and team chemistry, it does not matter.
There's no first round pick here.
It does. No, there's not.
Right?
There's
going to be opportunities to
learn basketball together. In Boston, and Nick, this was before your time, Boston, you would see Boston go up against Detroit. You'd see Kevin McHale that looked like he should be in a walker.
Yeah.
You see Robert Parrish that seemed like he had 2 left knees. Then you'd see, the name's going to be Dennis Johnson, who was a point guard, looked like he was 65 when he was only 25. And then you bring in Robert Parrish. You have Danny Ainge, look like he's a big guy you'd pick up in church league.
You just
but
don't
they played well together. If you have chemistry, and of course, you can't forget the man Larry Bird.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend. White, black, orange, green, or yellow. He was going to assassinate you.
Nebraska did a really good job Saturday. Also turning defense into offense. Points off of turnovers. Nebraska had 19 of them. Like things like that matter. And those are areas where Nebraska's been deficient in some of their losses. Points off of turnovers. Nebraska had 19. Nebraska out-rebounded USC by 16, 41-25. Then Nebraska had 19 second chance points. They had 17 points off of the bench. And then last but not least, like even in a game where we said, man, Nebraska didn't do a good job taking care of the basketball or Nebraska sped up, they still had 20 team assists to 12 turnovers. Like these numbers are ones that normal teams that are on the bubble would die for right now. And last but certainly not least, they turned defense into offense and they started to shore up. AD, the USC finished 0 for 12 they were 0 for their last 12 3-point attempts on the game. Their last made three, the USC Trojans' last made three, came in the first half with 8 minutes and 23 seconds left.
Wow.
They basically went a full 28 minutes and 23 seconds without a three-point shot made.
Defense does that, and if you look at that game again, Swim, you could see Nebraska tightening the screws on them. And Big Bird, I love that too. It was fun to see Frager and Chad jawing back and forth, and Chad quits mid-game. It was good to see that banner going back and forth. But Nebraska tightened the screws, which they've shown they're going to do that. And this is a team, Swim, that it's just fun to watch. I am literally just like watching Nebraska like a 5-course meal. I just want to take it and eat it slowly and just enjoy it.
Where are we watching the Husker game tomorrow night?
Oh, Swim.
10 p.m.
Dog, man.
Come on. We don't have a show for Wednesday.
Well, we don't?
I have state basketball.
That's right.
If I can stay awake for it and get ready for
I'm going to put that number out there again. I'm 27 years older than you, 26 years older than you.
And that's why I believe in you, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure much I do, though.
You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. Okay, that's a little bit of an issue. We're gonna have to figure that out.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you know. EOD end of day.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know. But dude, that's like midnight.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'll do.
That'll mess me up for a couple days.
How about this? In the next segment, this is my plan tomorrow night. I'm going to our friends at Liquid Assets, and I'm going to play trivia. They have trivia night on Tuesday nights. I'm going to play trivia, and then trivia starts at 7:00. Trivia lasts usually an hour and a half. I'm going to stay for trivia, and I'm going to stay for the Husker basketball game. I will invite everybody that wants to come out to come to Liquid Assets. And to help you do this, how about we give away 2 $25 gift cards to Liquid Assets that you can use tomorrow if you come to the game?
Yeah, you might not see me, but you can get those. You can get those.
Yeah. We're going to give away 2 $25 gift cards away in the next segment.
I like that.
To Liquid Assets.
I like that.
But the halfway requirement is that you need to be there tomorrow night for the Husker basketball game.
The person getting the reward.
The person getting for the reward.
Yeah, not me.
Not you.
Yeah,
yes,
not me.
I'm not going to ask
pressure,
that.
Man.
Keith Tenney says it sounds like AD needs an attitude adjustment. But I think that's what we do.
If AD space, here's the deal, dude. I'm hoping Nebraska just blows them out in the first half.
You don't,
so I can go night-night.
Here's what I'll say. You don't have to stay for the entire game.
Yeah.
But come on out. Yeah. You can have two. I'll be there. We're going to enjoy this Husker basketball game together. I'll probably be there prepping for state basketball. I'll have my laptop and like the spotting sheets. I'll be prepping for state basketball. But here we go. I think we should. Let's give away 2. And real talk, you don't have to be there tomorrow night. I just heavily encourage you to be there tomorrow night.
It's a great spot. I haven't even been there yet since they got it redone yet, man.
So it's delicious. Delicious food. So let's give away. We'll find a trivia question, give away 2 $25 gift cards to our friends.
Make it Nebraska basketball related.
Absolutely.
And something totally off the wall.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Folks, we'll be right back with Keith Tinney with the AD adjustment.
Yeah. I'm going to be giving it today because AD doesn't believe in himself. No, I'm kidding. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Hey, guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and the rest of the 93.7 The Ticket crew as we bring you live coverage of the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from Pinnacle Bank Arena. The action tips off Wednesday, March 4th. If it's being played at Pinnacle Bank Arena, it's heard on the ticket. Class A to Class D2 all week long. Join us March 4th through March 7th as we crown 6 state champions from the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, bold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln. Central and Western Nebraska, this one's for you. On March 7th, Love Nebraska brings the pro game to the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island for a 7 p.m. showdown with Love Salt Lake, presented by FNBO. No long drive, no watching from afar, just live action in your backyard, featuring powerful serves, high-flying attacks, and the kind of intensity that builds with every rally. This is your chance to experience Nebraska volleyball up close as the entire state comes together for one big night. Get your tickets now at lovbneb.com/tickets. Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net. There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 12th annual Street Festival. The party goes all weekend long, but starts on March 14th and 15th with tons of giveaways, great Irish food, and green beer. And it continues on Tuesday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day.
Doors open for the bar at 9 a.m. on Saturday, 11 a.m. on Sunday, and 9 a.m. on Tuesday. And the street party starts at 2 p.m. all 3 days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's Irish Pub, located at 8th and P. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, where your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. Final segment. Nick has got some trivia for you first in order to secure those 2 gift cards for $25 to Liquid Assets.
We're gonna do 2 separate winners here. All you got to do is text in 402-464-5685. You do not have to necessarily show up tomorrow, but you can if you pick them up in time. You can use them tomorrow night if you want to have a place to watch the UCLA Nebraska game. 10 p.m. tip-off. Liquid Assets located just off of 27th and Yankee Hill Road behind our good friends Honda of Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
So great spot, great food. Also, I think the coldest beer in town. So if you want to try that out and let me know for yourself, you can do so. Okay, it is Nebraska USC basketball related. So prior to Saturday, the last time, according to USC's website, the last time Nebraska played at the Galen Center was on November 14th, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know, on that day, Nebraska won in double overtime, 64-61 against the Trojans. Nebraska's actually played pretty well at the Galen Center in history. Here's the thing. Who led Nebraska in scoring that day? 2011, November 14th, 2011, they beat USC in double overtime, 64-61 to improve to 2-0 on the season. Who led Nebraska in scoring that day? With 22 points. He shot 7 of 16 from the field, 3 for 8 from beyond the three-point line, had 7 rebounds and 22 points. Who led Nebraska in scoring? On the line, two $25 gift cards. We got Newt and Corey in Lincoln. Congratulations. You guys both correct. Bo Spencer. Now, AD, if I asked you, where did Bo Spencer play his college basketball before Nebraska, would you know the answer? LSU. Transferred from LSU. So Newt and Corey, congratulations. You guys can stop on by anytime and pick up your $25 gift cards to Liquid Assets Bar and Grill over there just off of 27th Yankee Hill Road. Congratulations, guys.
I love it.
There you go.
Folks, here's the 80 attitude adjustment. Every day we send out invitations, social media accounts, TV shows, podcasts, and certain people even listening to shows like this. Question is, who's sitting at the table of your mind? Because here's the truth. Your attitude doesn't just show up, folks. It's shaped by what you consume, by what you listen to, by what you rehearse in your head. You invite negativity, comparison, gossip, craziness, and outrage and fear. You will have an attitude that feels heavy and distracted. You cannot eat greasy, slimy food and expect to feel energetic. It's no different with our minds. Championship attitudes just don't happen by accident. They're protected by intention. So maybe this month, maybe today, this week, you need to unfollow, mute, turn off, limit exposure, and challenge the voice that talks you more than the others, and that's your own. Audit your mental guest list today. Do it this day, do it this week, do it this month. Swim, we hope they keep listening to us, though.
Absolutely. We only got one more show for the week.
Absolutely. And keep listening to the station as well. One-on-one with DP will be next, and we'll ride with you the rest of the day. We'll ride tomorrow.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and the rest of the 93.7 The Ticket crew as we bring you live coverage of the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from Pinnacle Bank Arena. The action tips off Wednesday, March 4th. If it's being played at Pinnacle Bank Arena, it's heard on The Ticket. Class A to Class D2 all week long. Join us March 4th through March 7th as we crown 6 state champions from the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC